I've been reading the Bible a lot lately.
Well, you started talking before the music was done.
Fine.
That's crazy.
It's like
That's bold. You got a lot to say.
it's cool. It makes it feel like they just joined the conversation in progress, like they're eavesdropping.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. That's cool. All
Yeah.
right. So you've been reading the Bible.
I'm reading the Bible.
I'm wary, but go ahead.
It's a slog. It's a lot. I mean, at first it's fun. I'm not very far into it. I'm in the Old Testament still. I mean, I have I'm really just at the beginning, even though I've been working at it for so long. Because I got Paradise Lost.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
You've been picking up and putting down all sorts of books.
No. This is a reference book for that book. Because that's a book about, it's an epic poem.
Uh-huh.
And it's about Satan's fall from heaven.
Okay.
Right? And I'm reading it, and I don't understand any of these references. So I'm like, I got to read the Bible.
Oh, God.
To get this book.
This is going to be like a lifelong endeavor.
I know, because the Bible is long.
Dense.
They do those like paper thin sheets of paper. I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh, no, I know. Tissue,
Yeah.
super,
thin, more thin than paper thin.
Paper thin.
Even
yeah.
thinner.
Yeah, which, I mean, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
You could see through it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like rolling papers.
Yeah.
So you think the Bible's short, but it's not. It's dense and it's boring.
Yes.
Although some of it's fun. Like at the beginning, it's fun. Adam and Eve, that's interesting. Then Moses and all that stuff. And then it just kind of shifts to like Leviticus and Numbers. So boring. And it's like page after page after page of just like the dimensions of the Ark of the Covenant. You know, it's this many cubits wide.
Oh,
and this
really?
Yeah, just on and on and on. And it has to be gold plated, and the cherubs have to be facing this direction, and page after page. Also, so much talk about circumcision. Just half, like the beginning chunk of the Bible is just what to do with your penis flesh and like your slaves' dongs and your brother-in-law, what to do with his wiener, and on and on and on. But one of the things that drives me nuts is the way it's written is like it's repetitive. It's like God spoke unto Moses and he said, "Go to Aaron and tell the sons of Aaron to go to the tabernacle, for I am the Lord God, and I command it, and I spoke unto you, Moses, and I said unto you, go to the sons of Aaron and send them to the tabernacle and tell them that I said it, me, God. I'm the one that said it. I spoke it unto you." Remember what I said about the tabernacle? You need to take the sons of Aaron there. And just, by the way, I'm God. He ends everything with I am God.
He's got to make sure that he gets the message across.
But don't you feel like if you're Moses, you'd be like...
Don't get it twisted.
You'd be like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You're like 100 feet tall.
I would only listen to half of it, and then I'd be like, okay, I gotta go to Aaron's house. And where's a tabernacle?
Yeah, but you've been talking about leprosy sores for an hour. Even if it's God, after a while you're just like nodding out. But the way God talks, it's like if you were like, hey, can you take the dog out? It's me, Catherine, your girlfriend, by the way. Like, yeah, I know. You're like the only person I talk to.
It's me, Catherine. Can you please?
For I am the Lord God of the Israelites.
Well, I basically am God because it's my birthday month.
I'm still talking about the Bible.
Okay, go on.
Okay. Other problems with the Bible.
Yeah.
First one. First
Okay.
big one.
First big one.
Okay, you know how Moses goes to Pharaoh and says, "Let my people go."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Go fuck yourself." And then God's like, boom, plague, boils, locusts,
Yeah.
blood water.
Yeah.
But the thing is, so Moses goes to Pharaoh because God told him to, and he goes, "Let my people go." And then God hardens Pharaoh's heart to Moses so that he says no. And it's like,
well, that's not.
You're doing all this.
That's not free will.
It's not free will. Isn't that your whole thing? Free will? We have free will. And then like you're punishing people because you harden Pharaoh's heart to Moses?
That's really fucked up.
Somebody write in and explain that to me, how that's okay. And then you kill a bunch of firstborns because of something you did?
Oh yeah, the firstborns didn't do nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they. I think that isn't that like a big point of the New Testament is to be like to a PR move to for God's image.
It's crazy because like the Old Testament is all, oh my God, on and on and on about like going to the tabernacle, fucking cutting up an unblemished ox or whatever, mixing it with oils for a peace offering, you know, seasoned to taste or whatever, on and on and on. All these rules of sacrifice, and then in the New Testament apparently they're like delete, undo all that. And you're like, but I read all that shit and it took forever.
Never forget. It's like toxic people in your life when they try to change their ways, but you don't forget that they killed your firstborn.
But go back and do some editing. Take it out. Like you could just write like, they used to do sacrifices. I don't need 4 chapters on sacrifice, you know?
Yeah. But what if you're reading the New Testament and you're like, what the heck do I do with my penis skin? Wait.
Well, that's canon. That stays.
Okay.
They didn't do like a Marvel reboot on that one.
That has stayed throughout.
Yeah.
You got to take it off. Can we get into it? Can we talk about circumcision?
Mm-hmm.
My question is, why? Who started this?
Oh, I think it's terrible. I think it's mutilation.
Are you going to undo it? Are you going to get those little machines
clamps,
to pull it?
Like a big crank.
Did you watch the John Wilson show?
No, but you told me about it.
Oh, man. I think about that all the time. He's hooked up to it, and he's like, have you seen The Help or something? It was like some movie that was out. I can't remember. Sorry, folks. Sorry. It's long COVID. I have long COVID. I can't be held accountable for my actions. I have long COVID.
Yeah.
Sorry. Why are we circumcising?
I don't know, because it makes your penis look more beautiful, I think. It looks cuter, but at what cost? Because I think the tip of your penis is always slapping against your your pants.
Okay.
Like the zipper on your pants.
Are you not wearing underwear?
No.
Problem solved. Put some underpants on, you freak. What do you mean?
I think still it's always rubbing, you know.
Okay. Even
so
through.
it's desensitizing it.
Oh really?
So
Okay, so people who are
What do you mean?
I don't know.
So people who have like the sheath,
yeah,
I think they probably have better sex.
Okay, write in, folks.
Yeah. Well, they don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll never know. It's like you don't know if you're seeing different colors than somebody else.
Yeah.
You'll never know how you can. Maybe you could somehow hook your brain up to a machine. They can study like somehow the strength of an orgasm or something from an uncircumcised.
I mean, it's got to be the case.
I don't know that to be true.
Because it's supposed to be like a protective cover.
Okay. Yeah, from like.
And they chop it off, and they don't like give the baby anesthesia, right?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
They mustn't.
You don't like lidocaine or something? Some like topical? Is that topical? Something topical? You could do something topical.
I don't think you should do it.
I won't do it.
I'm against it.
Okay.
I know it looks disgusting. I know it makes you want to puke when you look at it, but it's natural.
Sorry, Europeans.
It's like cropping your dog's tail.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, what was that about? It's like somebody decided one day. But why is that better looking than a long tail? Iggy's got a lovely long tail.
Yeah.
My dog Spanky growing up had one of those little chicken nugget cut off tails. He was
a freak is
Jack
like
Russell.
We got to get rid of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like that.
Maybe it started back when they were like ratters or something, whatever they were doing on farms. They would get caught in fences or something.
No.
So okay, look at me like I'm a weirdo, but you think that somebody just decided to chop off dogs' tails rather than for a utilitarian purpose?
I don't know what it is, but I don't think their tails are getting like tied into a bow on a fence.
It's a rat terrier king.
I would love to see that.
So there. I don't know.
Okay, there's this story in the Bible.
Yeah.
Where it's funny how many things just don't come up. You know, you talk about the resurrection, and then there's all these other stories where you go, huh? That's not good. Like,
what do you mean?
There's this little boy.
Yeah.
He goes to like the market. He gets into a fight with another little boy, and he blasphemes.
Oh no.
So they're like, they go to God and they're like, what do we do with this little boy? And he's like, stone him to death.
God said that?
Yeah, and then they
Okay.
did, and then
Oh wait, what?
then next chapter.
No.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do they even name the boy, or do they go like a boy was in the
Mm,
temple?
I don't remember.
So you mean this kid stubbed his toe and he goes, Jesus fucking Christ, and they...
Well, yeah, that would be.
Oh, that
the
would be,
future.
yeah, anachronistic.
You know, he
I
gets into a
suppose.
fight. He probably says like, God damn it.
Okay, there we go. And yeah, well, what else are you gonna do? And is this and this is pre-Jesus, so there's no redemption. He's just immediately sent to hell. Right?
Yeah, I mean, hell hasn't even come up yet. I don't know what happens to him.
Did Dante invent hell? Did they even talk about hell in the Bible?
Yeah, they do, but it's like, I think a lot of the stuff about hell is from Paradise Lost and Dante's Inferno, but I think that comes way later. But I don't think hell's in the Old Testament at all, because that's what Jewish people believe in, and they don't believe in hell.
Oh yeah. Okay, well,
Another
then you just die. Like they just condemn people to die.
yeah, I think you're just gone forever.
Huh. No, but I mean, if you believe in heaven, they definitely believe in heaven, right?
I don't know.
Or certainly some sort
Not
of
in the way that Christians do, I don't think.
Right in, folks.
Another thing. Say your husband is jealous
okay.
of you.
Imagining this. Okay.
Jealous. A jealous
Picturing
husband.
Me and my husband
Stop.
hanging out.
Stop it. And
Hi.
he thinks that you cheated with another guy, right?
And I'll go, John Stamos, it's me, your wife, Catherine. I didn't cheat on you, John Stamos.
John Stamos.
I'm just trying to think of the hottest man alive.
That's who you're married to?
John Stamos, yes, my husband in this scenario.
Okay. He's got a weird chest. He's got a concave chest.
Does he?
Yeah. It's all weird.
Wow, you sound so jealous of my husband.
I'm not jealous. I have a regular chest. I have a beautiful chest. He's jealous of me. His chest looks like shit. It's all mangled. But I did just see a video of him playing drums, and he's very talented on the drums.
That's how we met.
God, what the fuck are we talking about? So
my husband is mad at me for cheating on him. He thinks I cheated on him.
Yes, but there's no witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
So you go in front of like a priest, and he mixes up this bitter water. I forget what's in it. Oils and shit like that.
Okay.
And then you drink it, and if you didn't cheat on your husband, you'll be fine. But if you did, your stomach will expand and your thighs will rot.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That's how you know.
Doesn't this reek of somebody who's on a deadline and they're like, I don't fucking know, and then your thighs rot? Your thighs rot? Does that make sense? I have no idea. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Print. Here we go. Who?
That's like the magic shit where you're just like, this doesn't come up. People don't talk about this part of the body, like the really wacky stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. That's exactly like the witch trials.
It's
right?
like, it says that laying with another man is an abomination. Yeah, well, it also says drink wacky water.
And your
and
thighs will
if
rot.
you get botulism, then you're a philanderer.
Yeah.
So shut up.
And if you touch anything a woman on her period has touched, then you become unclean.
Yeah.
And don't even get me started about shrimps for some reason.
Also, I'm pretty sure Moses wrote the Old Testament. I think like.
What?
Yeah, I think like that's the consensus, or that's what people think, and it really makes sense if you think about it that way, because it's like Moses is the only one that can talk to God. It's just like, and then God said unto Moses, "You're the coolest one, and you're my favorite, and your haircut looks really sexy."
So how far have you gotten? Are you
I'm at Numbers.
Okay, we got Genesis, Exodus, Numbers, Deuteronomy.
No, you skipped a bunch.
Leviticus. Wait, Genesis, Exodus.
You
Leviticus.
know all these, but you've never read the Bible?
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Isn't that the first five? That's the Torah, right?
Is it? Yeah, but they like mix them up, don't they?
I'm not sure.
I think they read them in different orders or something. That can't be right because it wouldn't make any sense as a narrative.
They had
Don't
us
listen to me.
in Catholic school. They had us memorize a bunch. I think all the books of the Bible in a song, but I only remember the first 5.
I can't wait to get to the New Testament, which is forever from where I am. But like I think that's the good shit, you know?
Yeah, we're like parables and lessons and things like that.
Although like some of it's really great. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
But like Genesis is fun because it's, Adam and Eve, and then, Exodus. Well,
Exodus is cool.
Exodus is cool, but even in Genesis with the flood and all that stuff, that's fun.
Yeah.
Joseph and his dream coat, that's Exodus, right?
Is it? Oh,
maybe that's still Genesis. I don't know, but that stuff's fun.
Okay.
Everything with the beginning stuff with but what happens is like, okay, they're in Egypt and they have this conflict with Pharaoh, and then they leave, and then God starts becoming really like involved in their lives, and that's when he starts just dropping rules on you, and like, and that shit is boring, and it goes on, and then they just like start telling you like, this guy had this son, and then that guy had this son, and then he led an army, and it was comprised of these guys, and it was this many people within the army. It's like the beginning of The Hobbit, where it's like the Baggins begat the Bellends or whatever.
Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck? It's like hanging out with somebody else's family, and you're like, so this is so-and-so's girl, Penelope, and you're like, why the fuck would I care about that?
Yeah, exactly. And then you're like, is this going to be relevant later? Should I be writing this down? And they're like, no, don't worry about it. We're going to retcon all this.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all.
With a Avengers, time travel thing.
They were getting paid by the word. They're just cranking it out.
Yeah.
Just see what stuck.
A lot of rules for treating leprosy. What to do with the sores.
What
looking
do
at the
you do?
Sores. I basically just kick people out of the,
Oh yeah, leper
the
colonies,
community.
right? And they all look like mummies. That was something that stuck in Catholic school. I was very intrigued and scared about leprosy. And
What was leprosy? Your arm just falls off, right?
yeah, you get sores, and I don't know, because it was always so. My religion books in school were always these like softcover workbooks with like very sweet looking cartoons and stuff in them. So like lepers just looked like little mummies. They're all bandaged up, and it looked fine. They always kept themselves covered. You couldn't really see their faces.
Yeah, they probably did do that.
But they didn't explain really what leprosy was. But it seemed terminal.
They call it an issue. If you have an issue, if the issue is oozing or whatever, sprinkle it with some holy water. I mean, a lot of it is good advice for that time period. It's like wash yourself, basically.
Yeah, wash your ass.
Shave.
You lepers gotta wash your ass.
Yeah.
Shave.
Yeah, it says that.
I remember a story from the Bible about one of the disciples, I think it was a disciple, walking down a road, and there was a monster on the side of the road, like a big, terrifying, like dragon monster.
Yeah.
And he just confidently walked by it, and then the thing like crumbled into nothing because it was just powerful based on other people's fear of it. And
That's good.
Yeah, so
It's a
about bravery.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's
about trolls.
I guess that's how you're supposed to interpret stuff, but it's not all like that.
That's
some
about
of
online
it's like
trolls,
this.
though. Before we keep going,
Okay,
it's
I heard
about
you.
online trolls.
Okay.
So keep that in mind, folks. You stay holy out there.
Yeah, it's a parable about Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of Twitter, this is what's going on this week.
What's going on this week?
Sydney
Ian?
Sweeney has gotten herself into some hot water.
Oh, you mean Sydney Goebbels over
Yeah.
here?
I was saying, after wearing some swastika jeans.
Yeah.
And saying Sieg Heil, American Eagle.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
whites can be whites.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's their tagline.
For us, by us.
Stop.
American Eagle. So Sydney Sweeney made a commercial. Well, she didn't make it. They made it. American Eagle made a commercial where she's wearing jeans, the regular, pants. but she's talking about genes in like a double entendre kind of way, and saying that she has good genes, which I assumed was a reference to her big honkers, which, I mean, that's confusing. It should be a shirt. She should be selling shirts.
Yeah, we don't
You
care
know,
about
get
your
a lady
thighs.
with a big fat ass.
You can
and
drink
say,
some water, let your thighs rot for all I care.
Yeah, anyway, it's like this. You know the story. There's this big controversy. They're saying that this commercial is like talking about eugenics. Basically, she has great genes, meaning she's a white woman, or implying that because she's a white woman, she is superior. That's the
Well,
read
specifically
people.
like Aryan looking.
Yeah, she talks about her blue eyes.
She does not talk about her blue eyes.
Well, she says her jeans are blue.
Yeah, like blue jeans. Like it's a.
Yeah, but allegedly, but I don't know. Blue is a reference to royalty. See, this is the thing about this conversation. Everybody's talking about this, and you got your people that are like, "Fuck you." They're just talking about how she has hot jeans because she's got big old, juicy
Okay.
honkers that everybody loves.
Yeah.
You know, it's the background on their phone.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. You know, you're wearing out
Stop.
your DVD copy of Euphoria. That type of thing. You know?
Your DVD copy. Yeah. You got it on
Your
laser
TiVo.
disc.
You know, you keep pausing your TiVo.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Okay, American Eagle came out with an ad with Sydney Sweeney. She does this really weird voiceover. Where she's like, genes are passed down from parents to offspring, determining traits. My genes are blue. That's the gist of it. And it's just like going slowly up her body while she's wearing jeans. In my mind, that's a reference to blue jeans. Some like middling copywriter came up with the pun good jeans and ran with it, and they had to write something.
I always think of our friend Kip's bit that he used to do at open mics, because like now I'm like completely on your side. Remember that bit Kip used to do where he was like, I'm too dumb to ever have an opinion about anything or like weigh in on politics because people are like, we got to ban guns because they kill kids and people are dying. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And then somebody's like, yeah, but if you know, people don't have guns, only the criminals will have guns. He's like, we all got to get guns.
Yeah.
It's that type of thing where you're saying it to me and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I would have watched that commercial and come to this conclusion that this was about eugenics. But then I hear other people talking about it, and I think there's a possibility that I don't think American Eagle is necessarily a fascist neo-Nazi company, but I think maybe there could possibly be a genius Don Draper type advertiser who says, okay, I think we can ride the line here and rile up people enough where if we're real vague with it and just use the word genes, we might be able to trigger some people so they get all upset, and then we'll get that, you know, equal opposite conversation going where wokeness is coming back and it's running amok, and then everybody's fighting about it, because that is what happened. They're all on Piers Morgan screaming at each other. They're all over Instagram screaming at each other, and what, like, the stock has skyrocketed, right? Just because this stuff is in the news so much.
Apparently.
Everybody's saying American Eagle over and over and over again, and you know, that could have been the case. I don't know.
Well, I don't think you have to be a genius if you plant the controversy to begin with, and then one or two things go viral. I think it's possible. I just find it so tedious. I think that there are a lot of people out there just really jonesing for the heyday of libs of TikTok.
Yeah,
again,
absolutely.
That they miss it, and these conversations just like absolutely make their day. Can you believe people are saying this? And
yeah, septum ring, blue hair. Just to clarify, like, the critique is that, like, talking about good genes and bad genes is eugenics, because it implies that some people are worthless because they're not white and sexy, or maybe they're disabled or whatever the fuck, and
Yeah.
that these people are somehow less than. So to even say the phrase like good genes, does she even say that, or to imply
No. It says that the very last thing is Sydney Sweeney has good genes.
there you go. To even say that is like implying that there is such thing as bad genes, and to show a white woman in this commercial, it's like, here is the standard, the Aryan, master race type thing.
I mean, this is such a simple statement, or like what this isn't gonna blow anybody's minds, but like we have all played into that. Like we all agree that some people are better looking than others, that like if you dye your hair or do things to alter your appearance in order to enhance it to look like somebody who maybe naturally looks that way.
Yeah, but if you
And
keep going down this rabbit hole, I mean, what they're implying, or what they're overtly saying, is that is a negative aspect of our society.
That's definitely true.
That there are beauty standards, and that they're white, and that people try to emulate, white women's hair or whatever.
But I mean, I was telling you off mic that I think you could make the same commercial with Zendaya, who's like an extremely attractive woman.
Well, the point is they didn't, though.
Okay.
They made it with this white woman, and then she's got blue eyes, and I have good genes, and then people go like, that's a little sketchy. And I just think like every possibility is equally likely.
Yeah, exactly.
Equally likely. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no. And in that case, then it's honestly up to you. It's a choose your own adventure, and I choose no, we're not engaging in this. We're not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Look to your right, look to your left. Is anybody in your life actually upset about this? No. Then don't listen to everyone telling you that the world is up in arms and the libs are freaking out over Sydney Sweeney's juicy tits. Okay, can we all agree?
Well, we all agree on that. We all agree on that part. Nobody's freaking out about her juicy tits. Don't even suggest that.
Good genes is a pun. The lowest form of humor and copywriting and whatever. It's you fucking clocked in at 9 o'clock and clocked out at 9:05 at the old advertising company.
Or you're a genius,
No,
and you did this, Nazi dog whistle thing in order to make, and you did it perfectly. So it seems like lazy copywriting, but it's. And then some
that is a 7D chess. I don't understand like how you could pull it off to because the writing's not very good.
I will say this: American Eagle, I don't think is coming out saying, "Hey, no, we're not implying that."
No,
they're just kind of quiet.
Oh no, they're loving this absolutely. But when you say genius, I think maybe it's possible that they planted their own opposition online.
Yeah, that's possible.
And then it's not genius. It's just like they created this, and then
that's still genius.
Okay.
As far as marketing is concerned,
Yeah,
I mean, it's all fucked up.
Yeah, sure, they love it. I guess I don't even remember what the debate is anymore. Like, is it Nazi coded? Is it eugenics? I really think that you have to decide that for yourself, and therefore no, don't let it be. Don't. Also, we can't get riled up for the 2005 pop collar. Who's wearing American Eagle anymore? This is like Skechers.
Apparently everybody now, Nazis.
It's just, I don't know. I mean, my jeans are from Target, so I don't know who I'm condescending to right now, but I guess I think the answer is it could be if you want it to be. Yeah, it's possible. It's all there. You could make the batter. All the ingredients are
And then
there.
there's another one. There's the Dunkin' Donuts one.
Okay, I saw the headline, but I wanted to bring it up, but I didn't know what it was.
I watched it. It's a guy talking about, it's like a sexy, young, tan, white guy by the beach. Like he looks like not even by the beach. I think he's at a pool. He looks like a really rich guy.
Okay.
And he's talking about how hot he is and how good his skin looks and stuff. And he's like, and also I have Dunkin' Donuts with me. It's weird. I will say this about both these commercials. You watch them and you go, that's weird. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but this is weird.
What are we doing? At the end of the day, advertising is evil, and stop the fact that they're playing these games in order to get your money. Everywhere you go, every centimeter you step outside of your home, someone is trying to take your money. Someone is trying to sell you something. So when this stuff happens, it's unacceptable. So just fuck off.
If it is the genius guy,
yeah.
what's genius about it is that like libs online will watch these videos and they'll go, the country has gone so astray and has become so fascist that we can openly put fascist stuff out, and we can have companies that are, dog whistling and are openly racist and fascist and eugenicists. And but if you're the genius advertising guy, that's not really what you're doing, I don't think. You're doing this thing where you go, okay, everybody is like Cartman now. Like Cartman in the new South Park episode, he's upset because woke is dead and everybody's saying retard and he doesn't feel special anymore, so he wants to kill himself. And they're looking at the world and they're saying there are a lot of people who are really getting a kick out of, like you said, going to libs of TikTok and dunking on people with purple hair, and they don't get to do that anymore. Let's try to rile up the woke people again, get them yapping, so then the right-wingers can do what they do best, which is go on Piers Morgan and scream and call everybody gay and say that,
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that. The wokes have gotten too chill.
Because we're in a time period now where nobody knows what to do, and they've developed their entire personality around fighting some opposition that no longer exists. So these companies are like, let's resurrect that opposition for them.
It's like when you pull a little dog out of the water, those viral videos, and they're still paddling.
Yeah.
Everyone's still paddling.
Yeah. They want to fight.
Yeah.
And these companies are bringing the fight to people. Because, like, the current fight is like, hey, I don't think the president should be allowed to have bribes, and I also think maybe he's a pedophile. And people don't want to engage in that conversation.
Yeah, they're like, look over here.
Complicated and cut and dry. So if you start talking about diversity and dog whistles and whatever, again, people get really excited. Ooh, that's that sexy, stupid shit I like to fight about.
Yeah, you're right. That's
Give me
a good
that.
point. That's a good point. When it first landed, when I first saw it, I felt so at peace because I was so confident that we are not living in 2020 anymore that I was like, nice try, but this is not going to stick. It's just not. We're not. I think I've just mostly by not going online as much as I used to, I've developed a new algorithm, which is just like punch yourself in the face until you're young again. The face massages and like cat videos, and I'm like, no one's complaining anymore. It's fine.
Yeah, and for that reason, it does feel a little bit like a manufactured controversy, which is also a real possibility.
Well, what I was saying is maybe I'm just blind to it now that people are still out there fighting the dumb fight, but I'm just unaware that many people are talking about. I guess, I mean, I want to land on the type of person that I am, and I haven't quite decided. Like, I'm not as antagonistic as I used to be, and I certainly don't want people to feel bad, so I'm like, I'm not as inclined to be like, shut the fuck up, you're so annoying. It's like, if you're upset about Nazis, that's a valid endeavor. That's noble.
Yeah, but they hold it away from
know.
you, and they have this plausible deniability, so you don't know if they're really punching at Nazis or, like you said, it's just some lazy copywriter who's like, oh, jeans.
Yeah.
Jeans.
Jeans.
Yeah.
You guys like jeans. I mean, that is what I think, but I don't know what I think because it's all working out so well. I bet, I just really think somebody's getting a bottle of champagne right now and they're going, good job, Johnson.
Right.
And he's like, oh, jeans, jeans.
They put him on the next thing.
Jeans.
It's just awful.
Yeah, well, it worked for them. I just, whatever. It's American Eagle at the end of the day, which, American Eagle.
There is that part of it.
It's there back in the day, in like 2005. It really was like only, or maybe 99.9% white, mostly blonde people on American Eagle, Hollister, Abercrombie. There was like a very specific type of
which in that
model.
That thing that you're saying right now lends itself to, maybe this was a little wink and a nod.
Apparently, we
to
heard
Nazis.
We heard somebody with some intel talking about it, saying that the executives or the advertising agency asked Sydney Sweeney, "How far do you want to go with this?" And she was like, "Let's go,
she's
do
like,
it.
let's push it far." And then it's like, okay, that is weird.
Yeah.
This ad exec posted that on LinkedIn. They wrote like an article. By the way, if you're the type of person that's engaging on LinkedIn, like you're writing articles and doing
endorsing
comments,
each other. This week on
Gulag.
Kill Yourself.
Yeah, fuck you.
If you want to talk about
I
eugenics,
love jobs. I love working. I love going to work. Every time like they say like a politician's like, I'm gonna get more jobs. I'm like, less jobs.
Yeah, no jobs. How about 0 jobs?
Yeah. But so she posted on LinkedIn. She wrote that they had a conversation with Sydney Sweeney. They're like, how far do you want to push this? And she said, oh, let's go really far with it. And it's like,
you should have seen what Sydney
else?
Sweeney had in mind.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just goose stepping around.
Horrific.
But like, what else could that be in reference to? Because if you watch the commercial, it's supposed to be like sexy, but she's in like a Canadian tuxedo. She looks
that's
stupid.
a good point. I think
her big honkers aren't out.
Well,
I mean,
they are
she's not giving the
sometimes.
people what they want.
She's not wearing a brassiere nor a top at all, so she's like kind of just showing sizable cleavage. But I think
it's not the Euphoria.
Listen to me.
DVD.
I think that Sydney Sweeney is not dumb, but like not the highest IQ individual, and she knows like this is her brand is boobs, and when they say how far do you want to push it, she probably thought it was going to be very racy.
Sure, okay, you can say that, but what
I
the
can
fuck?
and I did.
What the fuck was the company referring to?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Also,
so I'm just saying we don't put the onus on our...
There's the other thing that there's all this like talk around Sydney Sweeney. Remember there was that controversy. It was very stupid, but she was like at a barbecue with her family and like...
They had MAGA hats on.
Yeah, they had MAGA hats on, and then she was like dragged online for a while for that. And then she became this this like representative of the anti-woke movement because she has big cans. And they're like, yeah, we're doing... Because she's traditionally attractive. So, and for the longest time, the right was like, they're putting fat women on Sports Illustrated.
Okay.
Jordan Peterson had a meltdown over it.
She's interesting, I guess, because she's like blonde, corn-fed. We haven't had somebody like her since, I think, who was Big Old Cans of 2010.
Oh, yeah.
She married Justin Verlander.
Mm-hmm.
Kate Upton.
Kate Upton.
So it's like that. There is something. She's like the eating a burger in a bikini type of blonde, which is somehow very modern American, rather than like, I don't know, like Emily Ratajkowski, arguably one of the hottest living people of all time. But there's not this like, or people alive right now, women. There's somehow not like a bristly political element to that. There, I guess, because she's a little bit more elevated,
she's a little bit more
like.
She's not blonde. She's not a white blonde lady.
What is it with the blonde? It's all Nazi stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's what we're here to talk about.
Because like, when the Blurred Lines video came out, everyone had a pretty strong reaction, but it wasn't like, obviously you couldn't make this argument at all. So it's just blonde women with blue eyes. But I think it's specifically the physique. She's got insane, like, I need a wheelbarrow tits. And there's something, like, she's bimbo hot.
Yeah.
And that is
it kind
somehow
of like harkens back to a time that these conservatives are trying to get back to, the twins era, you know?
Oh, yeah,
It's that stuff.
Budweiser. Back when we were a proper country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you have to consider all that, like
I guess
the
so.
baggage.
You have to
I don't mean her tits, but the baggage that Sydney Sweeney has when it comes to the political discourse, which is all ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it is there. It exists. She's a registered Republican. Somebody dug that up recently.
She is?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I guess you have to be
And then there's all the conversation about her being mid.
That's always fake.
Some people think that
Once
that's
again,
what
fake.
the ad's about.
What?
Yeah.
That she doesn't actually have good genes?
Well, that she's saying, I do have fucking good genes. Stop calling me mid on Twitter.
No, that one's
It's a dumb take.
bottom of the barrel. Next.
Yeah.
That's not it. Well, good for her. What's our final take on Sydney Sweeney ad? Mine is, I won't get fooled again. Not doing it.
Yeah.
I could go either way. Let's leave it up to the states. I think I can't. I think she's a beautiful young lady. She loves jet skiing, which is somehow
like to see
also
that.
Republican coded. Jet skiing. Shut up, Ian. I heard your ass.
Horseback riding.
Trampolining.
One of those belts, like old-timey belts.
Yeah.
Exercise belts. I'd like to see her do that.
Mud wrestling.
Yeah. Jumping jacks.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm starting to become a Nazi.
Don't fall for it, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, should we talk about how when we were flying home from Detroit, we almost actually finally saw an airplane meltdown?
Yeah.
And you got the last word in the scenario?
Yeah, we were coming back from Detroit, and we were standing in line, and this guy who was wearing his sunglasses inside and was like a huge dude with the backpack that was like wrapped in the American flag, and he was wearing a fireman's shirt.
He had a 9/11 t-shirt on.
Yeah, he sucked. He's fucking sucked. You could see him from across the airport and have been like, that guy sucks.
Yes.
You know?
I did, actually.
Yeah.
I pointed that out to you before.
He cut us in line.
Yes, he did. He cut us in line, and then he let a woman go in front of him. He cuts me, and then this woman is like standing near him, and he goes, "Oh, you go ahead." And she goes, "Thank you." And I was like, "Yeah, thank you. Why do you thank you?" He cuts me, and then lets somebody else go ahead, like a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pick it up from here.
We get on the plane. The plane is like full of these guys, this type of guy. And they're the New York version of this type of like, thin blue line Punisher skull tattoo type of guy. So they all have the fucking accent, Brooklyn. Probably more like Staten Island-y accent.
The rest of his friends seemed fine.
Yeah, I know.
Like
but
well behaved.
I'm just trying to paint a picture
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I like that accent.
Okay, well, we're coming around.
I find it endearing.
Yeah, no,
New
I do.
York
I
accent.
do too. Anyway, we love this guy.
Yeah, he's great. But he sits down. They seat him next to a family, and they have a baby or like a toddler, I guess. Right? I never actually saw.
I
the
never
kid.
saw. I would say 2. Not really speaking sentences. Maybe about 2.
Yeah, but he's screaming.
Yeah.
It's an airplane.
Yeah.
We're taking off. People's ears are popping. The baby's having a hard time, and this guy's like, what did he say? Why don't you fucking shut your kid up? Like, you're just gonna let him scream in my ear the whole fucking time?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so loud. Oh, we haven't taken off yet.
Yeah.
Because he almost gets kicked off the plane.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, he's like yelling at these parents and this little kid, and everybody's like, dude, fucking knock it off. And like all the flight attendants have to come back and talk to him, and he's like, don't fucking mind your business, don't talk to me, all this.
No, I mean, he knows he's about to get kicked off, so he's like, listen, he kept trying to take control of the situation by basically saying this is a non-issue and we're not having this conversation. So he's like pretending to be well behaved while still being a fuck by going, I'm not engaging with this, we're fine, it's done.
Yeah,
but then
but
she
it
goes,
was-
"Are you a fireman?" He goes, "Don't worry about what I am."
It was worse than that though, because they were like, the kid is, upset.
Mm.
And he's like, "Oh, we all got fucking feelings, don't we? Yeah, I get it. We got feelings. Everybody's got He's doing like the, woke stuff.
This
But
one
it's
and
like,
a half year old
You have the feeling.
snowflake.
You have the feeling.
Yeah.
The feeling is irrational rage.
Yeah, everyone needs to know that I'm upset.
Yeah, everybody's a snowflake and soft. You're melting down because of some mildly irritating noise
Yeah,
coming from a child.
right.
It went on forever, and it was just like he was just the biggest piece of shit in the world, and everybody's like, dude, shut the fuck up. And he's like, fucking mind your business, whatever. And then
Yeah.
like he starts up, he does that thing where they walk away, and he starts muttering.
Yeah.
And then they have to come back because they're like, is this guy going to be a problem? He's like, no, it's fucking done. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then they walk away. Just a little fucking respect. That's all I ask is a little respect. He's just going to be, I'm just trying to sleep. He's going to be yelling in my fucking... Parents these days, they don't even talk to the kids. They don't even tell the kids what to do. Oh, you just get to do whatever. No, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm fine. I'm not worried about it. And then they have to come back and be like, are you going to keep doing this? You need to shut up. Stop. He's like, no, it's over. What the fuck? Like, forget it. I'm just going to go to sleep. And they ended up having to switch him.
Which basically he gets rewarded
Yeah.
for bad behavior, but whatever. We all also wanted him to get the fuck out of there, so it's fine. And it's also a 9:30 flight that was pushed to 10:30 on a Sunday. Nobody wants any more delays. Like, everyone needs to get home. I assume everyone's got work Monday and is just trying to get the fuck home.
Yeah, because everybody was itching to tell
Yeah.
this guy to go fuck himself. But the other thing about this guy was he was enormous.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know.
Just a big
6'8" or something.
pink cue ball.
Yeah.
Like those two blonde of eyebrows. Just
He's probably like 45.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
He's
yeah.
got he was kind of hard to tell. Just like pink
Maybe
is a
50?
perfect way to describe
He's very
him.
pink.
Just veins in his head, all kinds of testosterone like injections. He looked like he takes
Yeah.
like human growth hormone.
He's bulky.
Yeah.
But which could be part of the problem. What is it with aggro people, guys like that who, like you said, he's like, we're fine. And then everything's dying down. He's got to get one more jab in.
Yeah.
Just a little respect will be nice. And it's like, all right,
And
now we're starting again.
The
He wants to fight. He
Right.
really wants to fight. And the poor dad is like, it's not that easy. And then other people start yelling at him.
Yeah, and they were like an immigrant family who
Yeah.
clearly didn't speak English that well,
Yeah.
so they weren't fully they couldn't respond in a way to tell him to go fuck himself, essentially, because they were
Yeah.
struggling to even find the words to communicate,
I gotta
which
be.
made it like even more disgusting, and
Yeah.
especially a guy who's decked out in like American flag bullshit.
A part of me, based on that whole conflict and how angry he was, I feel like that factoid wasn't irrelevant to him. Like
For sure.
Yeah, like it
For
seemed
sure.
like it bothered him more that these are unruly immigrants on the plane. It's just a feeling I get. I don't know. I can't prove it, but he just seemed real riled up.
Yeah, and I think everybody on the flight wanted to tell him to go fuck himself, but they wanted to also take off.
Mm-hmm.
And he was huge, and those were so he was just kind of getting his way, and he got
Yeah.
switched out to the front of the plane, and then as we left, he stayed on the plane for some reason. So he's just sitting in his chair, watching everybody come out. I don't know what. Maybe he was waiting for his other friends.
I think that's what I think. But
I don't
yeah,
know
it's
why you
also
wouldn't get off and wait for them.
yeah. I would run away if
And
I
he
were
was
you.
wearing his Oakleys. He was wearing his sunglasses in the plane.
He was definitely drunk to begin with.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. He was like shouting about one of his friends getting a happy ending before we got on the plane.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
his like favorite joke. He's the funny guy. That's his sense of humor. Yeah, I think he was drunk because also do you want to pick it up because I don't want to get ahead and spoil the end of our night.
You
but
can tell it.
we heard him. We link up again in line for taxis at JFK.
Well, before that, even as we're walking to the taxis, every person we passed was like, that fucking guy, that piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like people finding each other that weren't even flying together. Just it seemed like the whole airport this
Yeah.
had gotten out and everybody was talking about it.
But I overheard him when we were in line for taxis saying, like, almost, his friends were clearly like, you fucking idiot. And he's like, listen, the whole thing is very hazy to me. I barely remember.
Is that what
it."
he said?
Yeah. So he was trying to, like, distance himself from it that way, but I think he was probably drunk, too, and then just, like,
Okay.
fell asleep. But anyway, we got to say goodbye to him in a very special way.
Yeah, there's like barricades like snaking along the sidewalk where you go and pick up a taxi. So you got to stand in this line. It's a terrible system, and then the taxis pull up and you get in and you go, and we spot him again, and I'm like, we're gonna line up perfectly with him where he's gonna be behind a barricade when we get in the taxi.
Yeah, we're right next to him.
Yeah. So we got in the taxi. I just rolled down the window. I was like, hey, sunglasses. He's like looking around, and then we made eye contact. And I just said, fuck you.
And then we went,
Yeah, it
and
was
we
awesome.
sped off into the Big Apple night.
And he's going, oh, you got something to fucking say to me? And I
Yeah,
was
fuck
like,
you. You got something to say?
I did.
He
I
said it, actually.
I said it. Oh, yeah, fucking let's go, motherfucker.
He
And
was
like,
such a cartoon person. Just the fact that he responds with, you got something to say, is like, of course that's your response. And
he, you know, because all he wants is a fight.
Mhm.
Because he's got, like, bear claw hands.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, I'm not going to be able to do anything.
No.
So it's just perfect to
Yeah.
just, like, ruin his day.
And you and I both peeled off cracking up like, good job, babe.
That's
And you know
great.
he was just like punching himself out in line with his friends. Like, that fucking guy could fucking kick his ass, that fucking pussy.
You know what it reminded me of is we saw the new Naked Gun last night, and there's a part where Pamela Anderson is going to, like, she has a gun on a guy who killed her brother,
Mhm.
and he's like, Liam Neeson's like, don't do it. Don't throw your life away for the best feeling you'll ever have in your life. Sure, it'll be awesome. And she's like, he's like, it won't bring your brother back though. And she's like, it might. He goes, that's true. Anything is possible, and it would feel very good. It's like that.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know,
Like,
that's what
don't
it felt like.
do it. And our cab driver was very cool. He didn't say a word. He was just like, that's none of my business.
Yeah.
I just think it's nice sometimes to give people what they deserve. You know, we can't.
Yeah, that's why I was looking to you, because you seemed receptive to the idea. Because
Yeah.
sometimes when I give people what they deserve, you're not too receptive.
Yeah,
to
because
it.
usually I'm out in the open with you.
Sure, I
and
get
I
that.
don't want to be exposed to
But
that.
this was like, it was kismet.
This was perfect. You did, yeah. And also the way he said it, guys, it was a real, like, you felt every syllable. Fuck you, like, in his face. There was a real thud to the fuck.
Well,
Fuck you.
I didn't like the idea of him getting off of that plane, and because everybody was quiet, because they're
Yeah.
intimidated by him, and
Yeah.
because they want to leave, that he somehow was the hero of this situation,
Yeah.
you know, and told these unruly parents to take care of their kid and discipline their kid because things aren't like they used to be.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
Back
I
when
got hit in the, you know, with a waffle iron in the face, and then I grew up to be
a really cool
a
guy.
really great guy, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly.
It needed to be communicated to him that we all hated what you did.
Yeah, yeah. There
Yelling
was
at a baby.
that. I mean, that's a discussion for another day. But that shit has always bothered me. People who get onto a plane and act like it's their fucking living room and they can't deal with, like, anybody who complains about a baby crying on a plane. It's annoying. I gotta say, that baby was out of fucking control, and it was wild. I don't think it was just having a hard time. It was just shrieking like it was just excited to use its voice for the first time. But
it's
you
a
gotta
baby.
remind yourself, it's a baby. We're all not thrilled about it, but as soon, like, I think that people like this think that when he voices that, we're all gonna gather around him in solidarity, because, like, nobody loves a crying baby on a plane. So he's like, I'm gonna say something.
I don't even
like
think
a
he
hero.
thought that far. I think this is a guy who knows one speed, and
Yeah.
that's I'm pissed off
Yeah.
because I'm a fucking idiot. I don't, you know, I can't access any other thought in my brain. I'm jacked up on whatever I'm taking.
It's
I
like
work out all the
gorilla
time.
brain.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
something is bothering
Because
me.
also, by the way, okay, the baby is very loud or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, could you? I'm just trying to sleep. Is
Yeah.
there anything you could do? Just start with raising your voice to the point where the entire flight can hear you
Yeah.
and yelling at somebody is like,
I do think there's also an attention thing now that you mention it. I think people
asserting
like that,
himself as the
Yeah.
alpha of the plane,
Yeah.
and which it felt like he was doing from the moment I saw him.
Put those Oakleys on the back of your head and do a Mark Wahlberg and take down some terrorists on the plane or
Yeah,
something.
exactly,
Like, I'm
Your
like,
fantasy.
yeah. Well, but also put some fucking headphones in. God damn it. Anybody who has a problem with a baby on a plane, I have a solution for you. I don't know if you've heard of it, but fucking headphones.
Yeah, I was trying to go online and see if anybody filmed any of his tirade.
It wasn't
Posted on
quite
Instagram.
worth it. It was like, oh, it was getting there. It could have been, but he wasn't drunk enough or dumb enough to bring it to the next level, because even his rational side won out against his brute side.
I
Which
don't
is like,
even. I don't.
he didn't
think
want to.
so.
No, it absolutely did, because he did not want to get off that plane. He knew. Look, if he was in a bar getting into it with somebody, it would have escalated.
I don't think if his friend hadn't switched seats with him, I think he would have kept going. It would have escalated. But his friend was like, "You come sit up here. I'll sit back there. No more problems."
That's what happened.
Yeah. By the time he was like all the way on the front of the flight, then he had calmed down. Maybe he was still muttering to himself, but
No,
it didn't matter because
I
he
think
wasn't.
he was desperate. He knew he was going to get kicked off if he really escalated it, and he was desperate not to. He was like, it's fine. I'm going to sleep. It's fine.
I don't think so.
I do.
Well, agree that you're wrong.
No. I know this man.
Yeah, we all know this man.
He was like a...
Archetype.
Yeah. When you run into somebody like that in the wild, you're like, wow, I can't believe you're real.
That's why I hope we shift away from, like, now that all this libs of TikTok stuff is blown over, we can really start to join together and start making fun of these guys again. They've had it too good for too long.
Italians. Just kidding. This
Yeah.
guy was definitely Irish, but
Yeah.
Irish, Italian,
I know.
they're all firefighters. They're all Staten Island firefighters.
Mhm.
You could be two things.
Where was the stolen valor?
What?
The shirt.
Oh wow, yeah, it could be. That could explain that reaction. Don't worry about what I am, because you're
Yeah.
a fucking IT guy or something.
Remember his friend was like, Mike, calm down.
Yeah.
And the flight attendant was like, listen to your friend. I don't fucking know him. Don't worry about him.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
I think you disagreed with me on this too, but I think that the flight attendant's de-escalation tactics were not great. But you kind of convinced me. I think that she was trying to get him riled up again, because she wouldn't let it go.
She needed complete capitulation. She needed him to be like, I am good. I'm sorry. I won't do this again, because we're about to take off.
Yeah.
So if this shit started in the air and we all got to deal with this fucking monster,
Yeah.
she needed to make sure that he was going to be like, okay, I was in the wrong. I will stop. So she kept going. She kept kind of needling him.
Yeah.
Be like, do you understand what's happening now? Like, you can't yell at babies. Like, you get it? You
Okay.
got it? And he was, and he wasn't giving in. He kept going like, yeah, it's fine. Just a little respect, though. A little respect would be nice.
She's like, no, now we have to start over.
It's funny how these things are flipped. Like,
Yeah.
everybody has feelings. Bitch, you're the only one with feelings right now.
Yeah.
You're going real. You're running real hot. That's a feeling.
Yeah.
You have anger issues.
Yeah.
That's an emotion. That's the first thing. And then you're being disrespectful.
Mhm.
A little bit of respect. What do you mean? We're all trying to get somewhere, and you're holding up the flight because you won't stop running your fucking mouth.
We're talking
you
about
know?
respect. You fucking cut me, bitch.
Yeah.
You started this
The
by
way things are
cutting me.
flipped, and you go like, dude, fuck you.
Yeah. He's just one of those people who's just like gets himself involved the whole way he's walking onto the plane. Remember the flight attendants were calling somebody named Maureen who he didn't know, and he went, Maureen. He like jumped into that.
Really?
Yeah, he's just like, so many little things about this fucking guy that I can't stand. Anyway, I hope he's well.
God bless.
Yes.
We're all God's
And
children.
Never forget.
And at least he's white. I've been affected by watching all these coffee and jeans commercials.
Oh no, Ian's
Something's
turned
happening
into
to
a
me.
Nazi. No, American Eagle, you did it.
Okay, count down to 1 hour.
We're gonna do it. It's gonna. Oh, actually, come see Live Snakes next Thursday at 9 p.m. at the Gutter. I'm on it, and Connor Cregan's hosting.
Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.